Good day and welcome to Serbia Market Overview. My name is Filip Petrovic. I'm a Trade Commissioner of the Embassy of Canada to Serbia, and I will take you through the overview of Serbia's mining sector. As you can see on the screen, the presentation will have 6 chapters, but I will be more than glad to reply to your answers in the follow-up communication should you find Serbia an interesting location for your business expansion. Serbia is located in the Southeast Europe at the heart of Balkan Peninsula. The country has a population of close to 7 million people, out of which 2 million live in the capital city of Belgrade. Serbia is the EU candidate country and has officially started the accession talks in 2014. While not a formal member of the EU bloc, Serbia enjoys free trade agreement with the EU, as well as with Eurasian Economic Union, Turkey, and the Central European Free Trade Agreement countries of the Western Balkans. This enables companies operating in Serbia to have duty-free access to 1+ billion customers in 2 continents. While Canada and the European Union share a free trade agreement called CETA, Serbia as a candidate country does not have the access to that agreement. Serbia has accelerated its economic growth in previous several years and has recorded $65 billion world GDP in 2019, with 4.2% annual growth. While COVID-19 will have negative effects to local economy, the country will record one of the lowest GDP contractions in Europe in 2020. Official statistics show that in 2020, mining contributed to Serbia's GDP with 1.6%, but the government has plans to increase this share to 4%, primarily relying on the economic potential of the copper, gold, and lithium projects developed by the international mining companies, including those from Canada. Canada and Serbia share stable and growing bilateral trade ties. Total trade exchange has surpassed 100 million Canadian dollars in 2020 for the first time in 10 years, including a 20% growth despite COVID-19. Our 2 countries share several trade-related agreements, including Foreign Investment Protection Agreement and Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. The Air Transportation Agreement was signed in 2018, but there is still no direct flight between Canada and Serbia. In this slide, you can see a table with country comparison of Serbia and several other mining active countries in the region of Southeast Europe. As you may notice, companies operating in Serbia can benefit from relatively affordable labor, while also being offered a competitive tax regime, including in mining sector. In 2017, Canada-based Fraser Institute listed Serbia high in the list of Europe's most attractive mining locations, largely thanks to a very modern, transparent, and efficient law on mining adopted in 2015. This has attracted international mining community's attention, and today more than 30 international mining and exploration companies operate in Serbia, including 5 from Canada. Main mineral resources explored in Serbia are copper, gold, and lithium. Majority of exploration and extraction projects are located in 2 regions. Eastern Serbia, a region positioned at the Western Tethyan Belt, a metallogenic belt rich in copper and gold, stretching through a total of 46 countries from Europe to India, and Western Serbia, a home of world-class lithium deposits and Rio Tinto's globally recognized Jadar project. Mining in Serbia dates back to Middle Ages, while majority of the existing mines were developed by the state-owned mining companies in the 20th century. Recent interest in Serbia's mineral potentials by the private sector started in 2004, while nowadays more than 30 international companies operate in all regions. Mining, including coal and oil and gas exploitation, accounts for 1.6% of Serbia's GDP, while the industry creates 22,000 direct jobs. Government of Serbia has recognized the potential of the mineral resources the country has and supports future development of the industry that would contribute to the economic development of the country and increase the share of mining in GDP to 4%. Ministry of Mining and Energy has started the process of mining law amendments in January 2021. This is a 3rd process of substantial amendments to the country's mining regime, and while it imposes some improvements to procedures such as permitting, with the introduction of the e-governance of the process, the adoption of the amendments to the law in the suggested version will also impose investment agreement option to mining investor, a practice relatively unknown in the local community, although internationally recognized. Mining investors in Serbia often face delays in permitting process, which is a result of low administrative capacity of the ministry, as well as lack of process transparency, the issue which should be solved to a certain extent with the introduction of the e-permitting in mining. Canadian companies have early recognized the potential of the mineral resources in Serbia as well as its solid infrastructure, including quality of roads and connectivity to grid, and affordable and skilled labor. During previous 15 years, more than 15 Canadian companies have been active in Serbia in the mining sector. Some of them have strongly contributed to significant mineral discoveries, such as the copper-gold deposit Čukaru Peki in eastern Serbia. In the left part of the slide, you can see the list of Canadian mining and exploration companies currently active in Serbia. Dundee Precious Metals, Toronto-based mining company with active mining operations in Namibia and Bulgaria, holds several licenses in Serbia, while the most advanced one is the Timok Gold Project, a copper-gold deposit located at the Western Tethyan Belt. The pre-feasibility study for the project is expected to be completed soon, and the company will then enter a feasibility study phase with the plan to initiate extraction in the open pit mine in a 5-year period. Other Canadian companies active in Serbia are Erin Ventures, with the development of high-grade boron deposit in southwest of the country in the Raška region, Medgold, a copper-gold deposit in southeast region of Serbia, Mundoro, copper-gold deposits in eastern Serbia, with active joint venture agreements on several licenses with Vale Canada and Japanese Oil, Gas and Metals National Corporation JOGMEC, as well as Eurolithium, a private company with lithium exploration project in close proximity of Rio Tinto's Jadar project. Serbia also hosts several globally recognized mining projects which have placed the country in the world map of the mining attractive locations. The most famous project is Jadar, a world-class lithium deposit which contains jadarite, a new lithium-sodium borosilicate mineral developed by Rio Tinto in western Serbia. The other project is in the feasibility study phase, expected to be completed during 2021, when the company should bring an investment decision and progress toward opening an underground mine. Other two significant projects are Adriatic Metals zinc deposit in southwest of the country and Chinese Zijin Mining world-class copper-gold project Čukaru Peki in eastern region. Due to a large number of exploration and upcoming large extraction projects in Serbia, there are many opportunities for Canadian mining investors and suppliers to leverage from Serbia's growing mining industry. Main commercial opportunities for Canadian mining suppliers are drilling technology services, equipment and spare parts supply, stakeholder engagement consultancy, mine digitalization, health and safety, environmental protection, including electrification and GHG reduction and remediation. It is worth mentioning that most efficient market access in Serbia, as well as elsewhere in the world, is through partnership with local companies. Good opportunity to meet with many of them is during annual International Minerals Conference organized each year in November in Belgrade. This event is the largest gathering of the regional mining stakeholders and usually welcomes more than 300 participants from the industry, local governments, and the international community. The Embassy of Canada has an active role in supporting Canadian companies in promoting their projects, technologies, and services, while direct B2B meetings with the local potential partners can be facilitated through Trade Commissioner Service of our embassy in Belgrade. In the end, I would like to encourage you to reach out to the Canadian Embassy Trade Department in case of your interest in learning more details about the mining industry in Serbia and in expanding your business presence to this market. Thank you. Merci. Hvala.